Nashville is... A lot of people have said that it's hypothetically the most neutral stage in the game. Okay, so Google is going Marth because this is Ivysaur's worst matchup. Want to know why? Because Marth can just forward air through a lot of stuff that Ivy can do. And Ivy is just this perfect combo weight and floatiness that allows Marth to just do awful things to her. And yeah, just... I found this out the other day that the Ivysaur in Smash is like canonically female.
Yeah.
It's a lot more evident with the Japanese voice actors. It's, I don't know, it's just a random thing to know.
I did notice that whenever anybody talks about Ivysaur, so she
Yeah.
same with Pikachu a lot of the time.
Yeah, I don't really know. I think that has to do with like tail shape. So, interestingly enough, one of the reasons that Ivysaur has such a tough time in this matchup is because of just tether recoveries are bad. They're just objectively worse than other recoveries. Because all the other person has to do is grab ledge, and then you're forced into a 50-50 situation. Like, when do I come up? Like, do I lose my invincibility? And then you're stuck into that really laggy, I think it gives you like 30 frames or something before you can act, animation coming up from ledge. I mean, there are good... Oh, he gets the balloon. That's how we know this is serious. Moogle has a very strong like array of melee characters. See, I'm not sure. I think he might have been able to go to the platform without B, but I don't know. It might have just missed. To my knowledge, Art also plays Kirby, but that's also a matchup that isn't very strong against Marth. So I think Moogle's probably going to stay Marth for the whole set. But this is still really close. I would imagine like you practice your character's worst matchup a lot.
Right.
I mean, I know I do. Yeah, a lot of people have started calling Ivy Cabbage Marth because of like, yeah, how much range her back air has and like all the spacing options she has. It's like Marth with some weird projectiles and some healing stuff. If you sweet spot on up air, down air, and up smash, then you get like healed a couple %, or if you pummel them, and then you charge Solar Beam. Oh, we got the Solar Beam. Notice how it heals her for a few %.
Right.
Normally, it's not worth it to like charge it in neutral, but like when the other person is getting star KO'd, it's really useful.
Yeah.
It's just enough to make a difference.
Something that I noticed about him when he was playing early in matches is that Art is really good at avoiding combos, which is Ivysaur is huge.
Oh yeah, because Ivysaur can get comboed very, very effectively by Marth especially, but a lot of the cast. Alright, we're using the Seed Bomb. See, I think that actually might have set up into a forward smash. See, at least in Project M, Moogle's one weakness is that he doesn't have a lot of matchup knowledge on some of the PM characters. He's very much a melee player. And, I mean, he's great in melee, and he's still good in Project M, but there's a lot of matchup stuff that you have to know.
Yeah, because if you don't know how to
like
get out of combos.
Ivysaur is especially susceptible to forward throw forward smash from Marth, and I don't know if Moogle knows that. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not a fan of coaching during sets because it makes them go longer. Yeah. Final Destination. I don't know if this makes sense because they're darn. You really give Ivysaur more room to use a Seed Bomb, Razor Leaf. There's not much you can do about them. Because if you shield them, then you can get grabbed. But if you don't, you can get hit by them, or you just have to like relinquish some space. Oh, wow, that was a really nice up smash. He's got a flower on him because that means he got the sweet spot. Yeah, well, the tip is a sweet spot, and it's a very powerful move.
He's so low percent that he seems like a better option than the Seed Bomb.
Yeah, that might not have continued to combo this, because I'm not an expert on Ivysaur. I have a couple friends that play him, but not like her, but not at a high level. See, what's interesting is that Moogle just decided to fast fall into high rather than try fruitlessly to recover, because that would have given Ivysaur more time to charge Solar and recover a few %, but more importantly, get a massive hitbox kill. the hit. It's not really a projectile. It's literally just like a line across the stage. That's a hitbox. Oh my gosh! Wow, that was a nice solar beam from Art. Crazy. He's really taking control of his character's first matchup, which that's really. Oh wow! A 0% Gimp. Is this gonna be a 4-stock? And just for future reference, it doesn't count as a JV with Ivysaur if you heal back to 0%. I've gotten into arguments about that before, and no, it doesn't count.
That would be, if you healed back to 0% at this point, I would probably count it.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible given how slow the healing is, and I don't think Moogle's going to let that happen. But this is looking really bad for Moogle. He just can't seem to do anything against like the projectiles and the zoning, and he's just not comboing as effectively as Marth should on Ivysaur. Okay, we got a taunt in. Let's go, Andy. That was pretty cool, I gotta say. Yeah, Ivysaur's recovery is really susceptible to Marth's down air. Wow. Okay, I think that's a good one. Yeah. Crazy. If I were him, I would switch to Sheep, but that's just because I know that's his main. He's probably more comfortable playing Sheep, but I really don't know. I think he's thinking about it. But I also don't know what characters he's been playing around with in PM. A lot of Melee players are now more interested in PM now that development is done. Because it's not going to change. Exactly. There's nothing volatile in the game anymore. Like, there's no League of Legends like, oh, Ike is good this patch. Everybody should play him.
Yeah.
We're not going to Ivy Ditto. Oh, no. Ivy Dittos are weird. I've actually never seen one at top level.
Right.
Which is interesting. Squirtle? But he doesn't have the type advantage. That doesn't make any sense.
But then go to PS2. Oh. You don't want to have anything.
I'm really confused by this. Unless Moogle has like a super secret Squirtle that I don't know about.
Yeah. I'm wondering who struck Pokemon Stadium. I could see.
Well, because well, Arc won, so he gets 2 bans.
Okay. So
yep.
That makes sense. Squirtle's got crazy movement on a wide stage like that. He's gonna have to run to the stage.
Yeah. The interesting thing about Squirtle though is Squirtle and Ike have similar like movement stuff in the sense that I figured he wasn't okay. He's probably gonna go Peach, but like Squirtle has lots of movement stuff, but it's very committal because you have to like commit to his running turnaround animation, which takes 30-something frames. I don't know, but like he's fast, but all that movement is predictable if you know anything about the character, which I think is what holds the character back at the top level. Oh my gosh!
Oh, wow.
Just a quick 50% string from Hard. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Ivysaur's back air is just huge. It's nuts. It covers so much, and you can cross up shield exactly like Arc just did, and then put on more pressure. This is the most aggressive Ivysaur I've seen in a long time, and that's really awesome. They're making wow. Okay, and he's back down to 15%. I just don't think that Moogle knows what to do against this character, and that's understandable. Ivysaur is not a well-represented character in PM. Okay, nice turnip catch. I think it's cool that he catches it in his mouth. But like, the first time Ivysaur like won a tournament since 3.0 dropped, she was really, really good in some of the 2.0 demos. It was like some tournament that Soth won, and he won the Grand Finals versus Professor Pro. Yeah, so not a well-represented character, not really a well-understood character, honestly.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about like playing a melee character in Guardian is that you're playing with. Oh wow, that's crazy. He's got Solar Beam on deck. He's at a little over 100%. And Moogle has 2 stocks to go through like what's left of his 4th stock. That's nuts. Wow. The down smash will kill. Oh, and he gets the beam sword. Okay, I actually have no idea how this impacts the matchup at all. Does it give Peach enough range to deal with Ivysaur? Because if this is the deciding factor, I honestly won't even know what to say.
Yeah, I don't know if that was jab or forward tilt, or whatever you're using there was crazy.
I think that might have been jab. Oh wow, just a point-blank solar beam. And now Arc has the beam sword for even more shenanigans. Okay, he throws the beam sword away, but I think it might still be on stage, even if it's not in play. See, unfortunately, Moogle didn't really... Okay, the beam sword's gone. It didn't really punish the tether recovery, like hopping back on the stage. It's really laggy, there's not much they can do. But this is... I mean, it's looking a little closer, but Arc still very much is in control of this game, because he's in control of the matchup.
Absolutely.
I just don't know if anybody knows how to play against Ivysaur. Okay, he misses. He air dodges off stage, but it looks like both players are going to try to play as safe as possible right now. Okay, raw back air. Really, really good. Was it down? I just don't understand Ivysaur stuff, so I'm still teasing. That was a great down smash. Just double down smash. Wow. A JV 2-stock. And that's the PM bracket. Yeah. And Tuscaloosa takes our money again.
Good games. Great Ivysaur. I only got to watch a couple matches of his, but he really seems to have a good handle on how the character works.
Oh yeah. Like it's always fun to watch. Cabbage Marth versus Marth. And then versus Peach.
Whatever that is hanging there.
Oh yeah, Arc is telling Moogle now about the fact that Marth can just like forward throw chain grab Ivysaur for so long.
Oh yeah.
And basically just depending on their DI, you have to kind of read that, I think, when you should go for the tipper forward smash. I started off playing Marth, and then I moved to Ike because I wanted to hit harder and do crazier PM things. But forward throw smash was really easy to do on Ivysaur, and even I could do it.
Yeah. No. Ike has some really cool stuff.
Quick draw is the
PM.
coolest thing in PM. Like, just quick draw, jump cancel, turn around, grab. It's nuts. It's so cool. It's so fun. I just wish he was actually good. There's so many situations. There's just nothing I can do. But I'm still learning a lot of things about the character and the game and all that stuff. And so it looks like we're going to start streaming Melee now, which is a game I know substantially less about. So I think I'm going to go ask around, see who wants to commentate Melee.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same because I haven't eaten today, and I need to make that happen.
Lunch.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to head to Bojangles.
Yeah, the restaurants downstairs are closed because it's Christmas break. It's cool, but there's lots of stuff close by. Anyway, see you later, stream.
See you guys.
Have fun with Melee.